Alright, what's up guys, Tactics here with another video for you guys. Today I'm going to be giving my predictions on what we could potentially see at the June Direct that we could get at any moment. And this is a more laid back sort of video where I'm just chilling because of all of these weird videos and leaks and rumors going around. I think I would rather just give my honest opinions and predictions of what we could see without any of those weird leaks and stuff like that clouding my hype for this direct. And if you guys enjoy anything in this video or this kind of content, feel free to hit that like button for me, really does help out a lot, and maybe even subscribe if you're feeling more generous. And with that guys, let's get right into it with number 10. Alright, kicking things off, we got Metroid Prime 4 guys, and we're just gonna go ahead and get this one out of the way now, simply because, well, I'm not really that big of a Metroid fan. Yes, unfortunately, I don't play Metroid. I don't really like Metroid all that much. I'm not really a shooter kind of guy, but don't get me wrong. My heart goes out to all the Metroid fans out there because you guys have been getting fed breadcrumbs for so long now, and it's high time that we got some Metroid Prime 4, damn it. So yes, I'm expecting that we are going to get like another gameplay trailer, and I'm even going to go off on a limb and say we're going to get like a release window of the game as well for sometime next year, since I do believe that this is going to be like a cross-gen sort of game where the developers are probably going to have, like Nintendo's probably going to have this game come out on both Switch and Switch 2, since we already know that that's on the horizon already. So yeah guys, I'm expecting this game to be here in this direct, but yeah, what do you guys think on that? And with that, let's move on to number 9. We have Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. We've already kind of seen a little bit of this game, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, you know, if you know anything about my channel at all, I'm a huge RPG guy and big fan, and because of that, my excitement is pretty much through the roof for this game because it's one of those, it's basically like Thousand Year Door, like reliving my good old childhood, you know what I mean? So this is another one of those childhood fever dream kind of games for me, and just seeing it in a whole new coat of paint, I am ready to receive this game. So yes, I'm certain we will see more of this game. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I think it's going to get glossed over, but we're probably going to get like a release date of it. And I'm going to go off on a limb and say that it will be maybe sometime this year. Yes, I think we're going to get this game maybe around late this year perhaps. If not, I would say probably early of next year, around maybe February. I think February will be a very good release time for this game. But anyways, moving on to number 8, we have another very fan favorite game for you guys, and that being Hollow Knight Silksong. Like, again guys, this is another one of those games for me that I'm not really particularly interested in, nor am I very, well, okay, I won't say that I'm not interested in it. I've definitely seen some gameplay of it, and it definitely looks pretty dope, but I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played any of the Hollow Knight games, and I can't really speak too much on it, but I do believe we're gonna get like a release date for it, and probably just a little bit more gameplay for it. But yeah, I think this game could potentially be there for sure. But moving on to number 7 guys, we have Monolith Soft's new IP. Now, even though we don't have much information on what this game could be, there has been a lot of speculations and stuff about the Monolith Soft new IP, but unfortunately I can't really say much about it, but I do believe that it's going to be based off like a RPG of some kind, which I'm very excited to see. But I get the feeling we are going to see something from it finally at this direct, and yeah, I think it's going to be quite the spectacle. I could see it definitely being like that one more thing that we see towards the end of the direct, since it's basically going to unveil like a completely new sort of IP or a new game that we haven't ever seen before. So yes, I think it will also show up at this direct. But anyways, what do you guys think about that one? And with that, we're going to move on to number 6, being a, well, let's just say some sort of party game. When you think about party games, the first thing that usually comes to mind for a lot of people would technically be like Mario Party, and I would agree. Like, the last Mario Party game we got was Superstar, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it was definitely a good step in the right direction, and honestly, I was expecting Nintendo to actually do more with this game in terms of like adding new boards and stuff. So that was kind of shocking that they really didn't go anywhere with that. But I do believe that there is a potential, there's potential for there to be another Mario Party game to come out, And yeah, I mean, since the holiday season will be coming around, I could see it coming out around that time as well. So yeah, I mean, there's not really much else I could think of. I don't really think people would really get that hype for a game similar to like 1-2 Switch or whatever. So I think the best route for them to go if they were to do a party game would be like a new Mario Party. Speaking of Mario, coming in at number 5, we have a Mario sports game. Now, I do believe that there is a potential for us to get a sports game in case we don't get like a Mario Party. I think this could also be one of those games that could easily fill like that holiday spot in place of a Mario Party game. So far we've gotten a lot of different ones. So up to this point we've had tennis, we've got, you know, soccer with strikers, we've got Mario Super Rush with golf. So like, what else could they potentially have? Like, well, why not try something new, like maybe, you know, baseball? I think we have had a Mario baseball game before. What about, you know, basketball? I don't think we've ever had like a Mario All-Star basketball game or whatever. In fact, I think there's something even better than all of those combined. I think there's a good potential that we could see like a new Mario and Sonic Olympic games. In case you guys don't know, the Olympics is supposed to be around this time of year, so I really could see a new Mario and Sonic Olympics game coming out this year sometime, or maybe even somewhere along the lines of like early next year. But I think the best time to get this game out would definitely be around the holidays after the Olympics have ended. So there is very good potential there for that to happen. But what do you guys think about that one? And with that, let's move on now to number 4. Now this is another one that a lot of people have been speculating about and talking about, and that's like a new sort of kind of Zelda game, or maybe even like a port like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HD coming to the Switch. And I could definitely see that being the case, but I'm not really entirely sure. Like if we don't see it by the end of this direct, then I don't think there will ever be a Twilight Princess or Wind Waker HD. So it's basically like now or never, Nintendo, you know? But in case we don't see any of those games, what else could there potentially be for Zelda, since, you know, Tears of the Kingdom literally just came out like last year and it's still pretty fresh? Well, I think a Zelda spin-off game would be a very good replacement for it. In fact, I don't know what kind of spin-off game they could have, but if there were to be one, they could definitely make it happen. Or they could even come out with a Cadence of Hyrule 2. Like, I think a lot of people actually did kind of enjoy Cadence of Hyrule when it first came out, and I think we could potentially, it's definitely a possibility for us to see like another one of those, a Cadence 2 if you would, you know? So yeah. Now these last 3 are going to be sort of one of those wild sort of predictions where it's like a wild card throwing in there, and I'm going to go ahead and say that at number 3 we have a new Kirby game. Yes, I think there is a good chance that we may see a new Kirby game from Sakurai, since we know that Kirby is his baby, in my opinion. And if I had to say, if we don't get maybe like a new kind of Kirby game or whatever for the Switch, I think what they will probably do is there is a potential chance that we may even see an old classic very similar to Thousand Year Door, and that being Kirby Air Ride Remake. Yes, we know that a lot of GameCube games have been getting these remakes, and some of the fan favorites have been getting remakes and remasters and stuff like that. And Kirby Air Ride was definitely up there in those lists of games that are just like, you know, one of the best back in the day with the GameCube era. So I think I can't say that there's a chance that we'll see that, but boy, would it really, like, I would probably lose my shit if we actually had, if that got announced. I'm not gonna lie. But what do you guys think about that one? Now let's move on to the next game, a Pokemon game. Now we already know that the Pokemon Company is working on the next big Pokemon game, being Legends ZA. And because of that, I don't really think we're going to see anything super big from the Pokemon Company this year. I really don't think we are. Like, a lot of people have been like just hoping that they would give this time, the game, the time to literally just bake in the oven and be prepared for when it gets ready to be released and doesn't come out like a complete mess. So I think because of that, we will see something a lot more smaller and a lot more less time consuming and all that. And I think what we could potentially see is like a sort of spin-off game for Pokemon. I think maybe even like a new mystery dungeon game probably would be a good choice here that they could even have for the holiday season. Now, yeah, I really don't think that we'll see too much of Pokemon in this this direct. I don't think we'll even see Legends ZA at all. I think if we got Pokemon related stuff, it'll be very minuscule at best. And with that, guys, we are down to our #1 spot here, and we are going to be talking about Star Fox. Once again, this is one of those games that has that sort of wow factor where it's like you would have never probably seen it coming, but here it is. And to be honest with you, like, I used to be a huge Star Fox fan back in the day. I love Star Fox 64, but I'm gonna be honest, because of how the series have just kind of been, you know, very shaky and just not very good, I've since lost that spark of being a Star Fox fan. So maybe Nintendo could potentially come out with a new Star Fox that can, I don't know, maybe blow my mind away and bring me back into the series. That would be absolutely fantastic if they could, but I'm not betting on it. But regardless, I think that if we were to see something that hasn't been shown at all yet, I do believe that there's a chance that Star Fox could be one of those series or IPs that could potentially show up at this direct out of nowhere. And what kind of games they could show, maybe like a new game, or they could just kind of remake a new one like Star Fox Command. Again, these are games I'm not too familiar with, so I can't really speak too much on them, but who knows. But what do you guys think about that? Alright guys, that's going to be it with this video. With all the rumors and leaks and people going crazy over when this direct might be, or that it's going to be peak, all I will say is this, guys, is, you know, stay hyped for the direct, but just keep those expectations under control, you know, just a little. So yes, smash the like button if you enjoyed, and maybe even subscribe if you're feeling even more generous. Either way, I appreciate it all the same. With that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.